The following is a paid program and does not necessarily reflect the views or ideas of the staff or management of KWSH or the 110 Broadcast Group.
Inga, mundo si hayo marugira hayo elagat no mare, shimaloni do nagi okil kizero mungad nagi onaka ozagat no mad. Simokil kizeren komatlani rundo, sauzif kara no mare, Edwin Marshal nundo. Good morning and welcome back to this Seminole Nation radio program. And look who's with us here today, Mr. Bo Whitekiller himself.
Yes, Jay.
Director of Communications. And we're going to be joined this week by our usual cameraman, Jeremy Fultz. Good morning, Jeremy.
Behind the scenes.
Man of many words.
Still behind the scenes.
Hey, it's good to be back with you this morning. You know, we had a couple of shows here in the last couple of weeks where we featured some of our summer youth kids, and we really enjoyed that. We enjoyed highlighting them. There's a lot more than what we showed, but those kids are really enjoying themselves this summer and having a good time, good experience. And the ones
Absolutely.
I know the ones in communications and the ones in language we're kind of exposing them to a lot of different things, and so they seem to be enjoying themselves.
Absolutely. They bring a good positive energy to all this.
Oh, yeah.
They'll give you a good idea of what's to come.
Yeah. And we're doing something else a little unique at the language program as well. Mr. Joe Kuhn, of course, is the director of the language program. We have a language immersion summer program going on where we have, I believe it's 4 immersion people, and they're not necessarily students. We have a couple of adults, a couple of students, and we're going to be developing that program, and it's going to be a language-only immersion program. And we've been having some sessions so far this week, and that's going real good as well. So,
And Edwin Joe wanted me to say that if anyone was interested in coming out and just sitting through a class with us, that they're more than welcome to do so.
Yeah. We're kind of open to that kind of stuff. We do a lot of interactive things at the language program. For example, our elder. Let's see, what do we call that thing? Language forum. Yeah, we do those every 3 months, and we get great participation out of that. And so that seems, anything we can do to perpetuate the language, hopefully, is what we're going to try to do. And so we're doing some things, and Joe's got some pretty innovative ideas as well as the staff. You and Delaney. Delaney's an excellent teacher, and so we're just having a good time as well as keeping the language going out there. Well, I guess we better get started with the announcements. First of all, my glasses are on top of my head.
Hey,
All right. Let's see. June the 30th. Where are we at? All right. Church meetings for this week. These are 4th and 8th Sunday meetings. I know that a lot of churches have church every Sunday, but we only feature the ones that are having the 4th and 8th Sundays. And it may not be a totally inclusive list, but it's all the lists that we have. And by the way, this list is provided to us by the Muskogee Language Preservation Program at the Creek Nation. So that, we kind of work together on a lot of things to provide information back and forth. But this week, the church meetings are going to be held at Artisy Baptist Church over near Eufaula, Beaver Baptist down in Cherokee Country, BMO Baptist up near Bixby, Bird Creek Baptist, and I guess Bird Creek is over near Sasakwa, is that right? Yeah. Buckeye Creek Baptist Church over near Castle, Deep Fork Hillebby over there by between Eufaula and Shakota. Deep Fork Hillebby is Faith Baptist in Dustin, Hickory Ground number 2 by Henrietta, Little Casita up near Sapulpa, Miccosukee Baptist Church, and that's over here at the Maud Y, just south of Seminole here. Middle Creek number 2, that's over near Holdenville by the prison, actually. Montezuma Baptist Church near Okemah, between Okemah and Omogie. Okfuskee Baptist near Eufaula. Pecan Grove Methodist, and that's over near Holdenville. Rock Springs Baptist, that's over by Sasakwa. Sand Creek Eufaula Baptist, and that's over near Wewoka. Tomajuzzy Baptist, and that's near Lamar. And then Wetumpka Indian Baptist, and of course that's near Wetumpka. Those are the meetings for this week. And so if you're looking for someplace to go, I'm sure that they'd be glad to have you. And matter of fact, I know they would. So go on out and visit with those folks. And then we've got OAP's menu for this week. Today, on Tuesday, they're having catfish. Uh-oh, Bo. Catfish, oven fries, coleslaw, hush puppies, and fruit medley.
I wonder who got out there and pulled that out of the river.
Wasn't me. So if you're a Native American, you're an elder 55 or over, those meals are free every day. Tomorrow they're going to have baked ham, sweet potatoes, Brussels sprouts, salad, and roll. Let's see. Yep, hot roll and chocolate delight. Man.
Chocolate Delight. Wasn't that your stage name, Edwin?
Yeah.
I thought it was hot roll.
Now here's Jeremy's name on Thursday. Thursday, salt meat, salt meat, red beans, spinach, cornbread, and peaches. And on Friday, as they do every Friday, they have breakfast from 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock. This week it's going to be breakfast burrito, ham, hash browns, cereal, and milk. And I don't have the menu for July yet, so I don't know what they'll have next Monday. But like I said, if you're 55 or older, Native American, lunch is free every day. Going out there, that's at the OAP program in the
Senior Citizens
Center. There you go, Senior Citizens Center at the complex.
Martha Wynn, give me that menu for next week.
Yeah, we need that. All right. What you got, Bo?
All right. Hey, Thursday we've got a special call council meeting. I'm kind of go out of loop here. Make my change the glasses here. At 7 o'clock, special meeting of the General Council. They're looking to talk about Tribal Resolution 2019-50, accounting budget and FY19 comprehensive budget modification and approval is needed. Also, some of the things that they've got are child care facility. They want to talk about also the annual audit report and talk about the balloon payment for the self-property. And the final resolution from the Finance Committee is a Seminole Nation of Oklahoma approving the grant for fiscal year 18 CTAS Purpose Area Children's Justice Act Partnership for Indian Communities Program, authorizing the expenditure of the grant. So that being said, between now and Thursday, you're going to have band meetings that's going to be posted. Actually, they're already posted on social media. Band meeting starting tonight, tomorrow night, and please attend your band meeting to get more information about this special call meeting. It'll be at 7 o'clock at the council house.
We don't have the information on band meetings, but if you know what band you belong to and you know who your band chief is, get in touch with them. I know that they'd be glad to have you there. The more, the better.
Right.
All right, public notice. Seminole Nation will be accepting sealed bids for salvage vehicles. These vehicles are sold as is or not guaranteed. They may be viewed at the Miccosukee Mission grounds on one day only, on July the 12th from 1:30 to 4. And then the deadline to receive bids will be July 17th at 5 o'clock. So if you have any questions, contact Lori Proctor at 405-257-7215 or Mike Cisco at 405-257-7231. They might be able to get you a good Indian car out there.
There you go.
Yeah.
Also, too, Seminole Nation of Oklahoma complex and services are currently experiencing the outages, and internet and phone services are down at this time. So if you've been trying to call the complex up there at Wewoka and been getting the busy signal, they're working on it, and hopefully we can get it up and running by this afternoon. Now, services out at the Miccosukee Mission, I think, are still ongoing, and downtown Seminole, where we're located there, we still have internet service, but our phones are intermittent at this time. So
both people might think that Seminole Nation's having technical problems. It's not Seminole Nation. It's this whole area, the community. The electric and the phone lines have been, I don't know why, they've been terrible here lately, all around Seminole. So
got to build that infrastructure up.
Yep.
Sounds like someone should go to Terracom.
Yep. All right.
I like that.
Jeremy. Seminole Nation of Oklahoma Head Start is now accepting applications for Head Start and Early Head Start services for income-eligible tribal and non-tribal children ages 6 weeks to 5 years of age. So if you're interested in that, you can call the Miccosukee Mission Center at 405-234-5226. That's 405-234-5226. Services are offered in the Seminole area, in the Barking Water Center around Wewoka, and at the Kanawha Center. So call that number and you'll get more information.
I know that there's free CPR training going on today, or actually starting tomorrow and then Thursday. I know the Wednesday CPR training at the mission is full. I'm not really sure about Thursday. I think there were a couple slots open, but there will be CPR training from 2 to 5 at the North Community Center building at Miccosukee Mission. Contact Job Placement and Training Program at 405-234-5288. 405-234-5288 for free CPR training. Save a life.
What you got, Jeremy?
So it looks like that the diabetes staff is going to be at ECU all week for their diabetes prevention camp.
Yes.
But also Jerome Harrison and Julie Babb will be out of the office as well. But the gym is still open 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. this week. So if you have any questions or concerns, you can reach Jordan Harjo by email, which should be harjo.j@sno.nsn.gov.
Okay. Seminole Nation Casino Careers. There's going to be a job fair on July the 16th from 9 o'clock to 4 o'clock at the I-40 Casino West entrance. That's located at 11265 North Highway 99 in Seminole. It's at the intersection of Highway 99 and I-40. There's gaming operation vacancies at all 3 casinos. Concession positions now available, and it's great because the employee benefits are 100% paid, competitive wages, 401k with employer match, and you will be guaranteed an interview if you want to come out to that. That's once again July the 16th from 9 o'clock to 4 o'clock. Make sure you bring your driver's license, your social security card, and your CDIB card. And naturally, there's a Native American preference. It's not absolute, but it's a Native American preference. Seminole Native Tribal citizens are encouraged to apply. Come on out and get you a job, man.
Summer Meals for Kids program, Feeding Our Future, offers free lunches for children and teens ages 1 through 18, June 4th through August 3rd. It's an ongoing program. For more information, contact the Seminole Nation Food and Nutrition Services located at Miccosukee Mission. Meals will be provided by the Chickasaw Nation Summer Food Program. For more information, contact 405-234-5240. That's 405-234-5240.
And so this Friday, it looks like Thickabuchee Church is hosting a all-night mush ball tournament at the Mission. $75 entry fee and concession is available. You can reach Eric Delaco for more information, 405-824-5197.
Did you say Thickabuchee Church?
Thickabuchee.
Oh, Paul Fixico. He's going to be out there spiking them. He's going to be spiking on them. I'm telling you.
All night long.
Hey, the Seminole Nation of Oklahoma LIHEAP Cooling Assistance Program is ongoing. It started on June the 10th. And actually, air conditioning units will be available also for qualifying households with no existing cooling system. Priority will be given to senior citizens 55 years and older, disabled individuals, families with small children under the age of 5 years. And of course, you don't have to be just Seminole. You must be enrolled in a federally recognized tribe, however, and reside within Seminole County. And for a full list of those requirements, you can call Seminole Nation Social Services at 405-257-6257. Go get your electric paid.
All right. I just want to give a shout out to the Honorable Robert Gifford and Honorable Lisa Otterby Herbert, along with Chief Justice Roger Wiley. They were sworn in last week, and we have pictures up on our social media Facebook page. You'll be able to see them. But they were sworn in as our new Supreme Court associate judges here at the tribal court. So shout out to them.
Does that fill up the whole Supreme Court list?
I think there may be 2 openings left.
You still got 2 openings left?
Yeah. Maybe 2 openings.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right, looks like Seminole Nation CHR is hosting a 2019 Health Fair July 26th, so keep it on your calendar at the First Baptist Church. Registration starts at 12:30. And for vendor information, you may also contact 405 234-5273.
You know, Jeremy's got such an awesome voice. I think we're going to have to buy him a child's microphone. So he's like got that thunder booming voice. That's cool.
That's the first time someone said I should go down in size.
No, surely not. All right. Hey, guys, guess what's coming up? Obviously, Creek Nation Festival just got over with, and coming up in September, Seminole Nation Days, third week in September. That'll be on the 20th, 21st, and 22nd. For more information about the upcoming festival, watch out for announcements on social media and the website. You know, there's still a lot of, some things are going to go on. You know they are. You're going to have the powwow. You're going to have the concerts. You're going to have the carnival. You're going, and all the booths and the vendors and all the entertainment, and it's going to be great. But the details of the festival are not quite out yet. But watch out for social media. I'm sure, Bo, you may got some inside information, but we'll have to wait till they're ready to release that.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned.
Fine tuned.
Yeah.
All right. I got free food for seniors. Seminole Nation Commodity Supplemental Food Program is a food assistance program for Seminole County, Oklahoma senior citizens. To qualify, you must be age 60 or older, reside within Seminole County, meet income guidelines. And in order to provide this service to you, you must provide a valid photo identification, proof of address, current utility bill. For more information, contact the Seminole Nation Food Nutrition Services Program, Miccosukee Mission, 405-234-5240, 405-234-5240. This is open to all recipients in this area.
And so Saturday, you can have an all-you-can-eat breakfast sale or fundraiser located at the Wewoka Civic Center, hosted by Rock Springs Indian Baptist Church. And that's going to be this Saturday, June 29th, from 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. All the proceeds will go to the building repairs. Me
and Jeremy will probably go to that, but we'll probably need a ride home because I don't think I'll be able to drive after I eat all-you-can-eat breakfast. Now, I can put away some all-you-can-eat breakfast.
I hope Uber's listening in Wewoka.
Hey, the Seminole Nation BCR Commission has been opening on the first Saturday of each month for the last few months. And I guess they're going to continue. And beginning in July, they'll start opening the first Saturday of every month unless dated otherwise. July will be open on the 13th due to the holiday weekend, however, because of the 4th of July. So they'll be open from Saturday from 9 o'clock to 1 o'clock on July the 13th, but thereafter there'll be the first Saturday of each month.
Ashley Harrison's always giving us that information up to date. Appreciate you out there at the BCR giving us the information to put out to the nation. At this time, I'd like to acknowledge William David Driver, November 27th, 1955, born, and died on May 26th, 2019. David Driver was a proud member of the Seminole Nation. He passed away at the age of 63 on May 26, 2019, in Lexington, Kentucky, surrounded by his son, Troy Driver, Cheyenne Stewart, and his sisters, LaTroy Strickland and Kathleen Catlett. He graduated from Bowlegs High School in 1973 and went on to become a master electrician from Oklahoma State Technical Institute in Okmulgee, Oklahoma. And at this time, we just leave him up.
Bo, I'd like to mention this right now. For everybody listening out there, we love to announce these obituaries for anybody out of respect for tribal members. But if you'd like for us to announce your obituaries of your loved one, please be sure and get those to Bo at. You can contact him at 382. Is it 1010? 382-1010. And he'll tell you how to get the information to him. But I don't know. You might even tell him what your email address is, Bo.
Yes. My assistant there is Angela Marshall as well. Contact Angela Marshall. Be marshall.a, marshall.a at sno-nsn.gov. Or mine is a whitekiller.b at sno-nsn.gov.
Or any other news that you think might be relevant to the Seminole Nation that you'd like to have it announced.
Absolutely.
All right, so it looks like July 20th from 12 to 6, we're going to have a little youth gospel explosion. It's going to be a dedication to Nancy Goat. And I believe Erica Runs Above, a good friend of mine, is going to be the guest speaker, and that's going to be at the Miccosukee Mission. If you have any questions, you can contact 918-951-8090. And I think that's Rowena that's doing that,
okay.
That gospel explosion.
All right. Well, we're going to wrap up the announcements with Seminole Nation CHR Health Fair Blood Drive, Friday, July the 26th, from 1 to 4:15. I don't know how they got 4:15, but anyway, from 1 o'clock to 4:15 at the bridge.
It's after 4:14.
I guess so. To schedule an appointment, contact Julie Babb at 405-234-5244. And then when you call her, say, Edwin wants to know why you're stopping at 4:15 and not 4:20. All right, Seminole Nation CHR Health Fair Blood Drive. All right, listen, that's all the announcements for today. We're going to take a short break. We're going to listen to highlights from the nation with Jeremy Fultz, and we'll be right back.
Estongo Seminologi. This is Jeremy Fultz with highlights from the nation. Jibanagi, Bokothako, Bogich Jagis. Here's Sienna Dethridge and Ayani TB with the coverage.
Today, former UCO basketball player David Factor hosted a basketball camp for 3rd through 8th grade boys at the Miccosukee Mission Gym. Some of the skills taught included dribbling, shooting, and passing.
David Factor was a University of Central Oklahoma basketball standout and still holds the records for career steals and assists for the Broncos. Mado, David, for your mentorship to these young ones.
Behind the lens is Sienna Dethridge and Ayani TB. Mado.
And last week, a bunch of us celebrated with our relatives to the east as it was the 45th annual celebration for the Muskogee Creek Nation Festival. All eyes are on Creek Nation right now pending the Supreme Court ruling on Carpenter versus Murphy. Both parties gave their arguments over 200 days ago, and this is now the oldest case pending review. More decisions are expected this Wednesday, June 26th at 10 a.m. from the Supreme Court. And that's your highlights from the nation. Mado, jigga.
And that leads us right back into the final section here at the radio show today. That little announcement that Jeremy gave. I think all three of us were over around the Creek Nation this last weekend for their celebration. And I know you went to the parade, Bo, and I went to the bow shoot on Saturday. And, man, they had a big turnout at the bow shoot and had a great time. And you went to, like I said, went to the parade. Jeremy, did you go to the parade?
Monks.
Oh, okay. But anyway, I went till about noon to the bow shoot. Man, I started sweating and I said, man, I got to get out of here. But, they had a great time over there this weekend. They always do at Seminole Nation, just like we're going to have at the at the Creek Nation, just like we're going to have at our tribal festival. But Jeremy also mentioned the upcoming court case, the Supreme Court case, and the Murphy case. And we're going to lead into that by stating that, that still hasn't been announced yet. The verdict hasn't. And maybe tomorrow, Jeremy, is that right, Wednesday?
Yeah, so the Supreme Court usually has a certain dates that they'll release decisions on, and tomorrow is getting towards the end of it.
I looked at some discussion on Facebook from various tribal members and natives about that Supreme Court decision, and I think there's a little misunderstanding out there. Some people think that the actual murder case is being re-litigated, and it's not. What's being appealed is where the venue where he was convicted, whether or not that should be considered Indian land or not, according to the Treaty of 1866. And that's if you'll notice, the Creek Nation has entered into the case because their interest is in getting that overturned in favor of the Creek Nation for jurisdictional purposes. Right. And that has a lot of ramifications, Bo.
And that's one of the things that when we talked about today's discussion point, we're looking at, there was a murder case. There was someone that got killed.
Yeah.
And that's the heart of this case, is that someone died. And that the jurisdiction will be tried in court.
Right.
Now, what does that affect, and how does that affect the communities with a decision pending either tomorrow or there's 8 cases that's left in the Supreme Court. It's expected that 4 the opinions will be announced tomorrow with another 4 following. So what does that mean for us here? Well, that's one of the things I wanted to ask and reach out, because I'm kind of I like looking at the law aspect of it, the legislative aspect of it. Is how does it affect? And it's really not going to affect or change a lot. If you look at it, should it be a decision be ruled in Creek favor?
Well, actually, the Treaty of 1866 basically is the underlying principle of all of this. And the Treaty of 1866, of course, involves the 5 tribes.
Right.
And so if the court upholds the Treaty of 1866, then basically there's some possibilities that jurisdiction over a lot of matters could be returned to the tribes.
Right.
And like the Creek Nation, they're getting prepared and gearing up for it. They've beefed up their light horse police department, and attorneys, all the attorneys in the attorney's office, attorney general's office, are looking at all of the ramifications of the tribe having jurisdiction over. And I cannot see the Supreme Court turning 8 counties back over to the Creek Nation totally. I think there'll be some way that either if they rule in favor of Murphy. But if they don't rule in favor of Murphy, it'll be a moot point. But that's, I guess what's interesting is the court has taken an awful long time releasing their verdict on this matter.
Right. And the thing is and for those of you that are out there and may not understand or may not know what we're talking about as far as the Carpenter versus Murphy case, I encourage you to research as much as you can about it, because at the heart of it too also is sovereignty, is basic sovereignty.
Exactly.
And basic sovereignty, what it means to be sovereign, and what does it mean for us as a nation.
I've considered, if they uphold the Treaty of 1866, it's not just about tribal sovereignty. There's a lot of issues connected with that. The freedmen issue with the Creeks. According to the Treaty of 1866, freedmen are included in the language in that treaty. So if, there could be some ramifications there, and so it's hard to tell at this point. I know that here's the thing about it. The 10th Circuit Court has already ruled in favor of the Creek Nation, and the Supreme Court is only reviewing their ruling.
That's it.
So there's some possibilities here,
There's a lot of possibilities, and a lot of ways that we could probably get into it, where we create our own destiny.
Yes.
We make our own history.
Yes.
We can look back and see where we've come from, but at the same time, this is an opportunity to create our own history.
Yes.
To move forward, because just like we had those young kids in here last week taking over the program, we're not going to be here forever.
Right.
We're not going to be here forever. So the precedent that we set now, with the precedent that's coming up, we got to be responsible and take care of it.
I'll tell you another interesting point, Bo, is even though the Seminole Nation is a sovereign nation, separate totally from the Creek Nation, a lot of our legal officials, for example, our Supreme Court Justice, Chief Supreme Court Justice, our tribal attorney, came from the Creek system, and they know that case very, very well. As a matter of fact, at a future date, maybe next week after the ruling is released, Jan Tiger has agreed to come on and make a few comments about the ramifications of that, whether it goes the Creek's way or not. She's going to come on and do a little presentation about what could be, how it could affect the Seminole Nation. Or just a lot of things that could come out of that ruling. But I guess what's most interesting to me is that 10th Circuit's already ruled in favor of the Creek Nation, and the state of Oklahoma is really fighting that hard.
And I think what people fail to realize is this isn't just a native issue. This is going to affect everyone in eastern Oklahoma, native and non-native.
And I see a ripple effect, okay? If Supreme Court rules this way, the treaties between some of the other, 34 tribes in Oklahoma, or 33 tribes in Oklahoma, have similarities to the way they evolved, the way the 5 tribes treaties evolved. So I'm sure that's going to make them kind of perk their ears up and take a second look,
Which is, gets back down to the basic. This is something with the Creek Nation. This is affecting the Creek Nation as a whole, independently, and then everybody, like you said, everybody will kind of take a look at it.
But
Kind of like what we're doing today.
It's kind of ironic because when the tribes were removed to Oklahoma, it was promised in perpetuity to the tribes, never to change, and of course it did. And this could be a big turnaround, in a sense, about that. Mm-hmm. Hey, listen, we're coming to the end of the show. There's just a lot of things that could be talked about regarding that matter, and of course some things we can't speculate because we're not legal officials, and the opinions you just heard were simply that, opinions by commentators. But I think it's interesting. It should be addressed on Indian radio, and I'm kind of proud to be a part of the Seminole Nation communication effort to bring these things to the open for our citizens. Bo, we'll be back next week with Seminole Nation Radio program. Great to have you here today, Jeremy. We got some other people in the studio. I want to say hello to them. Hey, guys. And so we'll be back next week, next Tuesday at 11 o'clock right here on KWSH AM 1260 and FM 97.7. Maros, you guys are.
And this has been a production of the Seminole Nation of Oklahoma. Mado, chige, chige, chige.